How's all my badasses doing? Are you struggling? You having a badass struggle? Because that's okay. Badasses will struggle. Like our friend here. I think I gave up on myself and now I'm stuck in a never ending bad dream. Who can relate? I think more people can relate to that than we would ever really admit to. I mean, who hasn't looked at their life and thought, when am I going to wake up from this shit show? When I look at this, I think that someone at some point has lost control of a lot of things. And it starts small. You lose control of one thing, and then other things just start to follow, like a little domino effect. Till all of a sudden, every single domino has been knocked down, and you're looking at it, you're looking at all the dominoes on the floor, all of them knocked down, thinking, there's no way I can rebuild this shit. Most people at some point call this rock bottom, where it's just like too overwhelming to even think about rebuilding. In fact, control has been gone for so long, it's just like, fuck it, why bother? Why bother at this point in my life? I'll just stay in this nightmare and whatever will be. I'm here to tell you though, if you're not happy, it doesn't have to stay that way. And to this person in particular, I would just want them to ask themselves, what was it that made them give up on themselves? Because we all know there's varying factors. There could be health issues where you were trying hard and you just kept having more health issue after another. It could be people in your life, people that you thought you trusted, who slowly beat you down until you didn't think that you deserved any better. Mental health is a big thing in this case. Oh, where do we start with mental health? Believe me, I've been down that rabbit hole. But when I see comments like this, my head goes straight to what kind of health this person is dealing with. Mental health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health. And like I said, a lot of people get to a point where they've gotten so far down on themselves that the idea of taking back their control, taking back their power, doesn't even seem realistic anymore. And how do they pick themselves back up? How do they dig themselves out? How do they, in this case, wake themselves up from this bad dream? Me being the health nut, health junkie, you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, I always start with, what are we putting in our bodies to make them function optimally? What are we feeding ourselves by looking at these screens on a daily basis that might be dumbing us down or numbing us from what our body should be really experiencing? But me being, like I said, how I am, I always go back to nutrition, because ever since going down my new rabbit hole, I've learned a lot, and I continue to learn because I can't stop. I need to know more information. That's where I go. And so if I can pass that on to somebody who is struggling, then I'm more than happy to. The problem with nutrition is that right there is where a lot of people lose control. Or they think they're eating healthy and they're not. Or they are consuming so much social media and the wrong things that they're hearing. You know, it's like they're getting information from other people that may have good intentions, but may not be for them, you know, the way that they need them to be. If you follow me and you like my content and you see me presenting my health in a certain way, showing progress, getting my body in shape, and that's what you like, then, you know, I could tell you how I do it, what I learn, but it's up to you to take those steps into, you know, healing yourself. I could simply say, cut out all the sugar and you'll be healed. But that is an overwhelming thing for a lot of people, especially when a lot of people are addicted to sugar, like their sodas. I don't understand it myself. I stopped drinking sodas back when I was a teenager, when I heard about just them not being good for you, and I wasn't even on my fit journey yet. But companies design food and drink to make us addicted to them. And what does addiction do? It makes us lose control. So in my opinion, starting to get your control back starts by what you decide to put in your body. But what do you do when those things that you put in your body are, what do they call it? Comfort food. When you've got no reason to be healthy, no reason to look a certain way, no reason, it's just so easy to let the comfort come in. And it's the same thing with alcohol. I saw this reel about alcohol, which all in all was about addiction, but it said people drink because they don't want to do the work to be happy. They drink because they don't want to do the work to feel a certain way. So they drink because they just don't want to do the work. And I think we can all take a lot from that. Me being a big fan of tough love, I've always, it's up to you. It's up to you to do the work. You can seek advice, but it's up to you to follow it. There have been a lot of studies done that have to do with the consumption of sugar and what it does to your mental health. And when I say sugar, I'm not just talking sweets. I'm talking carbohydrates. I'm talking breads, pastas, any type of carbohydrate, even some vegetables and fruits, of course. As someone who's strived to heal my own mental health due to a traumatic brain injury, I never stop, what can I do to better my mental health? Sometimes I wonder, am I well? Am I cured? Or what can I do to make myself and my brain better? And a lot of times I get led back into the same rabbit hole, which is nutrition. By the way, if you're still here with me after my rambling, kudos to you. But I'm really just trying to start this as a slow climb to getting people to understand that what they put in their body or don't put in their body is super relevant in their everyday lives, their everyday existence. I know that sounds like a, well, duh thing to say, but a lot of people are consuming stuff that they think is healthy, stuff that they think is good for them, stuff that they think they need because they've been told that, and it's not necessary whatsoever. So, step one for this, I would just say, look at what you're consuming every day. And don't get rid of all of it, because that's very difficult, and that's what causes people to go back to it tenfold. Start with little things that you can taper off of and stop putting in your body. And secondly, I love the honesty of this comment, but they said, I'm stuck in a never-ending bad dream. Only you can get yourself unstuck. You can do it. Obviously, you can do it. But it's not easy. And everyone knows, you should know by now, if it was easy, everyone would do it. But you have to know that you can do it. You can change. You can get your control back. It's hard. There's so many people trying to do it every day. So many people try, so many people fail, but that's life. Try and fail, try and fail, try and fail, until one day you get it right. And it's never too late. It's never too late to get your control back. It's never too late to get your health back. It's never too late to look yourself in the mirror and be like, there's more to this. There's more to life. There's more out there that I can feel good about, be happy about, and actually, get out of this bad dream and turn it into a great dream. But it is up to you. You've got the hands that feed yourself. You've got the hands that lift yourself, the body that lifts yourself. It's not easy, but you can do it. So start small. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get too, a lot of times we put too much pressure on ourselves and it becomes too much, so we give up. Start small and have big wins. You got this. I know you do. Be badass.